My boyfriend believes that I should worship him because he is a man, and he should be able to be intimate with me whenever he wants, so I am leaving him. I hate to admit that I didn't see this sooner. My boyfriend has never liked to clean or been particularly good at it. He doesn't cook, either. When I was young, I figured that all men were like this. I now regret moving in with him and getting serious. I actually like cooking and cleaning, so at first I didn't mind, but I've absolutely been taken advantage of. My meals are made from scratch, and I sometimes spend 3 to 4 hours in the kitchen prepping and cooking. My boyfriend never has to make his own plate. I bring it to him at the table, along with his condiments and whatever else. I clear the table and do dishes after I cook. He never offers. He is nice enough to buy me an extra meal if he gets fast food, but he has never cooked at home. It goes unspoken, but I am also responsible for all the house chores. If I don't do them, they simply won't get done. This includes picking up after my boyfriend's mess and cleaning his trash, cans, clothes, etc. Of course I try to address this with him, which turns into a heated argument every time. I ask why he expects me to split bills 50-50 and do 100% of the housework. He then says things like, "You're lucky I'm not charging you market rent, which is $1,200. He claims that because I'm paying less than I was at my previous apartment, where I lived alone, I should just be happy. If I push the arguments any further, he just gets mad and starts. On the other hand, when I tell him I want to leave because I don't like the arrangement, he backpedals and tries to negotiate. Not only have I been very stressed and overwhelmed with my workload, I've also been disgusted with his attitude about the situation, thus I've stopped being intimate with him. I have no desire. He then started making comments like, "You should worship me as a man and I should be able to F you whenever I want." Ew. I'm over all of it, so I'm taking the rent money I would have given him and leaving it with him next week. Thankfully, we had no formal long-term agreement. Hopefully, he will find someone who can keep up with his needs. Edit. Some people were confused about the actual split. It's slightly complicated as some of the bills are grouped together, some are paid monthly, others every 3 months or so, etc. But in short, I do pay less in utilities because I am paying part of his car loan. I don't touch the car. We agreed that he would be doing roughly 50% of the housework. I gave him the full money, but he didn't clean it afterward. 3. The reason I labeled him a sexist pig in the title is that when he is confronted with questions like, "Why didn't you help clean this month?" his only excuse is that he's a man, and men aren't good at that, he's still learning, etc. When I say that doesn't make sense because I know plenty of men who cook and clean, that's when the yelling starts. 4. Sorry to everyone who suggested I ghost him and leave in secret. I unfortunately already told him I couldn't live like this or be with him anymore. I did not tell him where I was going. 5. I realize I've enabled this behavior and I'm done. He's already slightly falling apart as I started doing the bare minimum around the house. If I need a plate and fork, I'll wash only that and leave the rest for him to wash himself if he wishes to eat. I also bought myself a bunch of snacks and stopped cooking. Last night he tried to cook a hamburger and ate it raw. 6. He's been all over the place since I told him I'm leaving. At first, he gets angry, saying things like, "Leave, you don't do anything for me anyways." I've told him he will not bully me into believing I do nothing and accepting an unfair arrangement. Then he says, "If you stay, I promise to help around the house, and you're being crazy. You don't have to leave, and you should just let me knock you up," etc. It's been a roller coaster, but I'm dealing with it the best I can and trying to stay calm. Anyway, I think that's all for now. I hope everyone